Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to our next semi-final bout of the evening. Out of the red corner, Vadym Zadniprianyi.
Zadniprianyi, the gentleman that we spoke of having over 100 kickboxing matches, steps into a realm where we would expect him to be the most comfortable.
But he's against the most athletic wrestler I've seen in Tywan, who has a knockout in Bellator that went viral.
True enough.
Out of the blue corner, Tywan Claxton.
Yeah, Claxton's knockout was that spinning back, that was jump back kick, correct? That jump back kick. And the kid he knocked out, I've called his fights after, and he's been fighting real well. But Claxton had that jump back kick, man, it was unbelievable.
And Claxton, as he was in his boxing match, comes out just a bundle of energy, bouncing up and down. Corner's barely able to corner him to get the last minute touches done up.
Gotta get a little bit of the slippery stuff off, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your next semifinal bout in the King of Sparta Featherweight division. It is a kickboxing bout scheduled for three-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the King of Beers Budweiser red corner with Team Alpha Male from Sacramento, California by way of Ukraine, Vadym Zadniprianyi. Fighting out of the Estrella Helico blue corner with Elevation Fight Team from Denver, Colorado, Tywan Claxton. Referee Oscar Martinez.
And Mr. Claxton with a little mean mugging going on.
Over this way. Gentlemen, you've had your final instructions. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up. Back to your corners, please.
And as he was in his boxing match, Zadniprianyi, very calm, very composed.
Yeah, Zadniprianyi, from what we know in his record, 75-4 in kickboxing. That's pretty tough to get up there like that. That's like Dennis Alexio numbers.
There you go. That's old school. Nice.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
All right, we're in an open stance, and that means to me the cross is going to play dividends.
Oh,
And
he
it
caught him with
did.
the left, too.
Nice
Yep.
timing, Mr. Dober.
Oh, Dober called it. Tywan's done a great job early. Claxton measuring. Where's that distance at? We've talked about it most tonight.
Zadniprianyi is trying to find these combinations from distance, but Claxton really putting on this pressure, not allowing that to happen.
Yeah, Zadniprianyi, as we saw in his boxing match, very active with his footwork.
Look how quick Claxton was, though, to avoid that kick. Then he goes upstairs.
Claxton seems to just such wonderful reaction time. Great read on his opponents. Helps him manage the distance so masterfully.
Claxton just showing off, some athletic striking. I would like Zadniprianyi to land a little bit more leg kicks.
No, that's a
Slip there.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, when you call for that, Drew, that's how you get back in a fight if you're struggling a little bit to find your range of where you're at.
Right, but being in the open stance, it's really hard to kick the inside leg. So I think that's what's kind of hindering the leg kicks. And Claxton doing a good job being a southpaw, stepping out of around that lead leg.
Wow.
And finding that cross.
It's showing that air a little bit, and the right hand prior to that was landing.
Air Claxton it was. Zadniprianyi, I've talked a couple times about his footwork, but one thing I'm noticing now is very linear, very straightforward, straight backward. Not a lot of lateral movement out of Zadniprianyi.
The front snap kick or teep kick, if you want to call it, depends.
Zadniprianyi, coming from an experienced kickboxing background, he's so used to people moving like a kickboxer, where Claxton is an MMA fighter.
Yes.
It's unusual, it's unorthodox, and he's athletic. And so I think he's having a hard time timing his combinations.
And
That's a
adjusting
great
to
point.
it. Claxton went for big right. Zadniprianyi ducked it. There was a nice switch kick.
Zadniprianyi is finding a little bit of motivation and excitement later on in this round. And he's starting to look a little bit more comfortable.
He kind of seemed like that when he boxed too, Drew. It's the same kind of pattern.
About 15 seconds left in the round.
His front kicks again by both fighters. Good block, you saw that coming. But again, Zadniprianyi picking up the pace a little bit as the round went on.
Claxton started off extremely well, but Zadniprianyi kind of adjusting the momentum later on. Now in their corners, they're going to get some advice, and I would like to see how Claxton comes out in the second round. How do you see Zadniprianyi come out in the second?
I think for JR, when you look at Zadniprianyi, you talked about his movements and how I think he's starting to vary that a little bit.
Yeah, and I think the adjustment that he needs to make is be a little more circular in his footwork. Some of his countering toward the end of the round, he started to work more circular movements in, and it served him well.
Right.
That's why we were talking about him scoring a little more toward the end of the round.
And that's a tough round to judge too, because what's on the judge's mind, right? Is it the last part of the round, the last 45 seconds of the round, or is it the first part of the round?
Right.
That's where you get into very tough judging for this opening round.
And looking at the replay, I noticed that Zadniprianyi was getting caught off of leg kicks. So I think if he brings this kick high to the body or to the head, he won't be caught as much in the counter.
Claxton,
that was a
stepping
big shot.
forward very early.
Yeah, and he caught him right in the back of the head. Caught him again, Claxton hit him with a nice shot off the ropes. Zadniprianyi with that side kick.
Claxton got a minute rest, coming back out with his enthusiasm and energy. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see something jumping up.
Yeah, there you go, right on cue.
Your timing is spot on, Mr. Dover. Well done, sir.
Oh, Zadniprianyi just took a big overhand right.
Good awareness not to wrestle, though. Got to give him that.
True.
It's got to be so hard not to do that, right?
Ooh,
Couple of nice
Zadniprianyi with
knees,
a nice
yeah.
knee.
Yeah, his knee was spot on. He's a counter, that's for sure. He can counter punch and counter kick.
Claxton comes out of these rounds, with a lot of energy. I'm just intrigued on how well he can keep it up.
Zadniprianyi coming from California, doing a nice job showing off his conditioning. I haven't seen him take a deep breath all evening.
Minute 58, Claxton got caught spinning there, took one shot.
Claxton's getting a little unorthodox. I think he's go back to doing what he was doing in the first round, which is being fundamental.
Be sharp, don't get sloppy, don't overdo things.
Especially when you're fighting a guy so experienced in kickboxing, you got to make sure that you're not giving him the opportunity to counter.
There's that front kick. Zadniprianyi starting to pick up a little momentum. Follows up that jab.
This is a long jab.
Yeah. Superman punch by Claxton.
Claxton, again, just showing a lot of theatrical moves, spinning, jumping, and moving. And unfortunately, you got to set it up with fundamentals.
Grabbed the kick and pushed him down. Not counted as a knockdown.
No. How bad do you think he wanted to jump on the mat and go for it? There's that knee. Zadniprianyi finding that knee.
Zadniprianyi is just catching the beginning strike and then following through afterwards.
And he's a fighter that seems to build momentum. We saw it in the boxing match.
Yeah, Zadniprianyi, exactly what you just said. Starting to put a lot more power in his body kicks right now.
Oh, there he is right off the break.
Oh, and another good body kick.
Yeah. It's a turning side kick. Doing it again.
Claxton looked a little frustrated for just a second.
Boy, Zadniprianyi looks a little fresh, doesn't like he's the experience shows with him, I think,
Right.
and how he moves, Drew.
Well, this is his realm. This is kickboxing. So when you're comfortable, it's
Both fighters exchanged big shots at the end of the round.
And then a touch of gloves after. Nice.
Wow, I tell you, could be looking at 1-1 right here.
I mean, I think both fighters should start this third round like they're losing the fight, right?
Yes,
both people
agreed.
need to be in the center and engaged. Zadniprianyi was doing a good job of staying fundamentally sound, stepping into the clinch, and causing damage off of that clinch. Where Claxton kind of got away from his jab and his cross and was doing a lot of jumping, spinning moves. I think he needs to go back to the straight punches and start setting things up.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown anything real flashy that's landed with solid effect yet.
Well, and what I'm seeing is Zadniprianyi has been precise. He's been precise with his strikes, and Claxton got a little wild in that round. You got to reel it back in here, and again, like you said, either one of these fighters has got to go in. Wait, we're down. We're down a round, or this thing's tied. We need this round.
And Zadniprianyi starting to turn up the power at the end of that round too. Let's see if that continues here into the third.
I mean, you got to assume Claxton's going to come out with a lot of energy.
If nothing else, he is an energetic fighter.
Changing knees in the center.
Something I like Zadniprianyi doing in the clinch, he throws a lot of knee strikes to the legs.
I think it just comes from the experience where Claxton's trying to make something happen, and Zadniprianyi is really just finding a home for things.
Both of them getting warning for holding. No more holding. Let's go.
Rather a stern warning, I would say, from Mr. Martinez.
Great kick.
Yeah, jump switch kick
Yeah,
went
the
head
jump
high.
switch kick was awesome.
Just we talked about flashy things not working for Claxton. Zadniprianyi lands that kick, but then took an accidental low shot.
Yeah, he said he's good to go. Claxton looks a little winded.
He's coming out with a lot of big moves.
Oh, that's straight shot. Oh, there's a little touch by deep kick again coming up and doing his job. Zadniprianyi's showing like a full arsenal. Claxton blocked that one and tried to counter off of it.
Claxton's lead hook is a little long. I'd like to see him shorten it up because his opponent is stepping in too close.
There it is. Saw it there. Minute 33 to go. Halfway home.
Both fighters have listened to the referee and not doing as much clinching.
Well, you're not allowed to touch your glove.
Yeah,
before.
that's what I was just going
Right.
to say. He tried to go for a cartwheel kick
Yep.
as opposed to a rolling kick, and you
Can't
can't
touch your
have your
gloves.
hands touch the mat.
Yep. Claxton scoring there with the knee. Oh, there's a good use of that front kick, teep kick. Both these guys going forward here. It's a close fight.
Claxton really put it
chased
on
him
in the later
across
rounds.
ring.
Boy, that overhand right was close at the end. It missed.
Less
but it had
than a minute
something
to
on
go.
it. Zadniprianyi trying to score with those knees, staying busy. Got 41 seconds left in this fight. I still think it's anybody's.
I mean, Claxton now is staying a little bit more composed and looking to take the momentum. I'd like to see him throw a little bit straighter punches. Those hooks are what's causing this clinch. If he just keeps his punches straight, he can finish off this round really well.
Slip, not a knockdown.
Nope.
Zadniprianyi trying to earn that nickname of air. Great angle. He should have used it.
Claxton's quickness to me showed in this third and final round.
Right.
I don't know that there was a lot of like a huge momentum switch, but to me, if I'm looking at this fight, Claxton had a better third round.
Agreed. And I think because he went back to fundamentals. He was just throwing a lead hook, a rear kick, and really just looking like a kickboxer in the third round.
Yeah, got away from some of the flash.
I mean, Zadniprianyi was starting to throw a little bit of flash in that third round too.
Yes, he was. A couple of the rolling thunder kicks, as it were.
It just seemed like Zadniprianyi, if he started the rounds like he finished every round, you don't give much time in there. When you got 3-minute rounds, you've got to do everything you can in those 3 minutes. And it seemed like it just took a little while to get him started.
Yeah, a little bit of a build-up.
I mean, what he was doing the best was his clinch fighting in the second round, which I think they scolded him for not holding, but it wasn't the holding, it was that range of that closeness that he was doing. And he kind of got away from that in the third round. But it's anyone's fight right now.
Yeah, it's... Jared, what do you think?
I'm not going to score that one.
Yeah.
I think it was close.
I'm not a judge, and thank God.
Could have a split here.
Yeah, again, just not watching it with the judge's eye. It's very difficult to say, but it was a very close fight. Two very different styles.
And in the three judges, how are you scoring it? I mean, what does the pressure mean anything to you? Does the counter striking mean? What is it? Where's it at?
And the man that knows is in the ring. Take it up to Stewie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after that 3-round battle, we go to the judges' scorecards to see who moves on to the finals. Judge Castro scores this bout 29-28 Claxton. Judge Van Tyne scores this bout 29-28 Zadniprianyi. Judge Abeda scores this bout 30-27, declaring your winner by split decision and moving on to the finals, Vadym Zadniprianyi!
Well, the kickboxing experience paid off. Congratulations, Mr. Zadniprianyi. We will see him in the finals of the King of Sparta tournament.
Yeah, but 30.
Get excited, Sparta. I'm here at the winner. How's it feel to take this win and go on to the next round?
Yeah, I feel I win. It's 3 rounds. I don't know how it's. He thought he won all 3 rounds for sure. Unanimous decision. He feel great. No injuries. He ready to rock and roll.
Let's get excited. We'll see you at the final.